Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have ourselves a 1v1 on Semoskiy Winter. Our heroes today are going to be VonIvan from mTw, and his opponent is going to be PauL.a.D from HOI, or HOI. Both players really good, a little bit of banter here going around. Good luck, have fun, trying to get some wins, switch to Soviets, lol. Because people are saying that with the PPSA changes and such, Soviets are a little bit OP in this patch, so I guess we'll see, but yeah. Anyways, both players are amazingly good. Let's talk about them a little bit. PauL.a.D, the one that we're seeing right now, he is currently ranked 10th for his Soviet play, and he is ranked number 3 overall for his German. So, amazingly good player right here. And VonIvan doesn't fall anywhere far behind. He's actually even ahead in some sense. But more in 2v2s to say. But yeah, I mean, VonIvan, his rank for the Soviets is 4th. So, yeah. And his German is a little bit further behind at 31. But still, I mean, that's pretty amazing. So, yeah, we'll see how it turns out anyways. So yeah, both players just currently capping the map as far as we can see. Not really much going on. Some conscripts going into the center. Bulletin-wise, we have PauL.a.D going for the conscript buffing. So he got 5% cooldown, 3% accuracy, and the 2-2 split. So his conscripts are going to be strong. And then we have VonIvan actually going for buffed MGs, which is interesting. We got 10% experience, 4% increased rate of fire, and 3% accuracy for his MG42s. And as we can see, he already has one MG42 out with the second one being produced, building tier 1 like you would expect, and getting 2 Grenadiers to have combat troops. So 2 Grenadiers into 2 MG42s. Nice little combo there, and we'll see how it works out. Those MG42s should be rather strong. We also see that VonIvan has selected his Doctrine, and that is the Elite Troops Doctrine. It will allow him to get some veterancy out. I mean, veterancy on those MGs might kind of be cool. I don't know if that's what he's going for, though, but we'll see. PauL.a.D hasn't selected anything yet. So anyways, we see the first engagement in the center. Conscripts getting engaged against 2 Grenadier squads. They pop into the church to get some cover, but while they do get some cover in the church, they don't actually get the opportunity to output much damage because, well, it's retreating now and it'll make it out. But as you can see, the church on this face only has 1 window up in the front. It does have some windows on the side, 2 windows in fact, but the one further front is just 1, so very limited amounts of firepower from squads. You know, it's more built for MGs. So the MG42 in the center forces away that conscript squad. We have a conscript squad moving in for PauL.a.D for a nice little flank there on the MG42. MG42 forced to pack up and move away, but it's going to run straight into another conscript squad. Gonna have to retreat, or VonIvan will lose it. Down to 2 men on the retreat. I'm sure it'll be fine. Second MG42 is set up right on the way. Catches both conscript squads out in the open, getting a suppression on both, inflicting a lot of damage on the one in front of it. And we see the Gren squads down south engaging another conscript squad for PauL.a.D, taking some Molotovs to the face, but managing to make it out. The MG42 up north managing to hold off the conscripts for a little while, only to end up getting Molotoved by the units as they crawl through the ground. Nice little back step there for VonIvan. He just pops it, moves it out into a different position, and sets up back again, not retreating, not letting up, and the conscript squad is forced off of the field. The other squad makes it out of there at 6 men still, so it's being used to capture the point, and yeah, that's about it. The other squads are back at base, while we have 1 combat engineer further up north just capping. Tech-wise, PauL.a.D obviously went for Molotovs, and he only has 4 conscript squads, no additional tech. Goes into the medics, very nice, so we'll get his squads back up to full strength. And the conscript squad is currently on the field, trying to get a little bit of a surprise on that MG42, ends up getting shot at, but they managed to stave off the suppression, while the Gurens pop into this house just to see if they can actually see the conscripts. They do see them down the road, and the conscripts are going for the cutoff outside the base. MG42 repositions itself very nicely in the middle of the lake, opening up on the conscripts as they try to decap the point. They manage to get the decap as they get suppressed. They'll probably end up getting pinned down, so PauL.a.D retreats, not taking any additional damage and no losses. So with the ooh, interesting. He's actually going to take some losses right here as the MG42 will shoot them on the retreat. Nothing so far. There we go, loses 1 guy. But anyways, he does have medics, so he'll be fine. Conscripts flooding out of the front door for Paul.A.D. 3 conscripts over on the left-hand side, forcing away a Grenadier squad very easily as they continue to move. This side is still completely controlled by Paul.A.D. Lost his strategic point, though, so that's the only thing he needs to recap. But yeah, very nice, very nice. Both players very nice. I gotta say, VonIvan, very nice moving of his MG42. Not to call out anybody, but yeah, I mean, the previous games that we've seen that I casted, well, MG42s were used a little bit statically, just left there for defense. We see VonIvan moving his MG42s quite often. Look, they're always in a different position. Every time I see them, they're around, so very nice. I like that. 2 conscript squads coming through the lake, getting on top of that MG42. VonIvan forced to pack up and move out. The conscript squad in the lake manages to break suppression. MG42 sets up to try to catch it. Sets up in a nice angle. Will be able to catch it at the very edge. Suppression will go off, but a Molotov will go off as well. MG42 gonna be forced to get out of there once again. Conscript squad over on the left-hand side has not broken suppression just yet. Crawling to try to get on top of it. The MG42 in the middle of the road. Still covering the flank, making sure nobody gets on top of them, but... Oh, excuse me. I got a cough. Anyway, I was going to say, sorry, that it was a little bit cut off here since there are 2 conscript squads behind it. The MG42 packs up finally and is going to probably be used in this fight. MG42 lost finally in the battle in the middle of the lake. What was that? That was a stun grenade. Okay, interesting. Stun grenade being utilized by VonIvan. Ooh, Grenadier squad shot down on the retreat. That is quite unfortunate there for VonIvan. MG42 also stolen. We see a conscript squad getting killed on the retreat, however, for Paul.A.D, so he suffered losses as well. And the MG42 manages to do some damage, but they make it out of there alive at 2 men, so that is 1 stolen MG42 for Paul.A.D, so that's going to be very nice for him. Tech-wise, any change? Nothing so far. And we have still tier 1 going down, and more Gren. Wow. Really? 3 Gren squads? Wow, that is very interesting. Okay, so VonIvan, losing his MG42, decides to flood Grens and queues up 3 Grens straight out. Not going to be teching. At least not yet. Wow, that's interesting. I've not seen that. Let's see how it works out. Also, we see that Paul.A.D has selected his Doctrine. That is the Soviet Chalk Army, so that's nice for him. Probably see some chalk troops. Actually, we do already see some chalk troops. They are somewhere around here. Over here? No, over here? There they are. Wow, last squad that I checked. So yeah, we have chalk troops on the field for Paul.A.D, and VonIvan is going to be having a lot of Grenadiers. Grenadiers don't have the best of times against chalk troops, so these guys are going to have a field day. If, however, supported by the MG42s, well, you know, it's going to be difficult. We see VonIvan canceling one of the Grenadier squads and building another MG42. I mean, his bulletins are completely based on the MG42, so I suppose it makes sense for him to want to have 2 MG42s out at all times. MG42 getting a little bit flanked there by the conscripts. They pop into the house and get some shot-offs on the men, killing 1, forcing a retreat. Shock troop squad falling down right on top of the MG42. Can it make it out? It should make it out. It's rather healthy, so it'll be fine. Grenadier squad right in between. We see the conscripts popping out of the house, forced to retreat. And the Grens are trying to duke it out against the shock troops. One of them goes down quite quickly. Second Gren squad moving in for support. Down to 2 men on this Grenadier squad. Grenadier squad needs to get itself out of there. Down to 1 man on the retreat. Can he make it out? It's very close. Very close. And... whoa, barely makes it out of there. Ooh, lucky break there for VonIvan. Could have lost that squad very easily. Shock troops just ripped those Grens to shreds. Grenadier squad for VonIvan down south, taking a Molotov to the face. Forced to back off a little bit. They do manage to capture that point. However, the strategic point in front of the base for VonIvan is currently capped by Paul.A.D, so he's not going to get any resources on the right. That is, you know, referring to the munitions. And as far as fuel goes, Paul.A.D actually currently controls both fuel points, which means he will be able to tech up sometime soon. Not sure if, I mean, he should, considering the Doctrine. The Doctrine doesn't give him any tank call-in, so he's going to need some tanks sooner or later. We'll see if he builds anything. Front of the base, MG42 moves in, sets up looking at the point, sees nothing, and repositions itself to the heavy cover. The house? Where's it going, actually? It looks like it might be going over to the victory point over here. Interesting. Okay. Grand Squad moves straight into the point. Stolen MG42, taking some shots right in the house. It looks like it was a rifle nade, if I'm not mistaken. Pops out of the house and moves out through the back door. And can he make it out? Grand starts shooting at it. And he's gonna make it out. Yeah, makes it out. Down south, Grants and conscripts with PPSHs. So a very tough time here for VonIvan with his troops. Still no additional tech. We'll see if he's skipping straight into tier 3, I suppose, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Grants capturing the center victory point up in the north. No, PauL.A.D squad, actually. Going for the fuel. And down south, the Grants did decap that fuel, but the shock troops with their PPSH... Not shock troops. I think of them as shock troops because of the PPSHs, but the conscripts with the PPSHs managed to pull them away and get the fuel back into PauL.A.D's possession. Shock troops engaging against an MG42 and a Grand squad over here on the right-hand side, getting themselves suppressed in front of the MG42. I'm not sure if they have already spent their grenade, but no, there it goes. Oh, ooh, smoke nade, nice. Breaking line of sight, MG42 unable to shoot at the shock troops. But the shock troops are a little bit overwhelmed there by the Grants right on top of them, and they just end up retreating. Center map. 2 Grants forcing away a conscript squad. We hear the MG42 opening up on the conscripts as they try to approach, forcing them away as well. And up in the north, conscripts going for the fuel as PauL.A.D's just capping around. So VonIvan managing to break back into the center. We see, however, PauL.A.D building tier 2 and then going straight into tier 3. And then PauL.A.D says, "This is sick, 45 ammo, no nade." I'm assuming he's meaning that this is a pretty intense game, that he is so low in munitions that he wasn't even able to grenade. So, yeah, very nice. I mean, fighting all over the place right now for both players. Stolen MG42, stopping the Grants as they try to go for the strategic point. Strategic point will fall before they actually get suppressed. Rifle nade going off on the squad. However, remember, it is a 6-man squad, so even though it lost 2 men, there's still 4 left, managing to take up positions. PauL.A.D's up in the north, go for the victory point. Victory point does get taken. However, the conscripts with their PPSHs will fall right on top of the point. No, he does manage to get the cap. Not really too significant. He'll be able to get some ticks in there at a triple cap for a little bit, but, you know, the conscripts will be able to recapture it rather quickly. Victory point-wise, we have 446 for VonIvan, 388 for PauL.A.D. So VonIvan, a little bit in the lead right there. Not too significant, but, you know, it's nice. Gives him a little bit of breathing room there. Gren's going for the fuel. Center point, we have, probably pretty sure, no, that's actually a Gren. Would have thought it was an MG42, but no. MG42 is a little bit further back over here. Second MG42 covering the fuel down south, and we have a Grenadier squad going for the bottom point. T-34 now on the field for PauL.A.D, so this is going to be rather nasty for VonIvan. He still has nothing on the field to combat that. He has tier 1, and that is all. Needs to build something. He doesn't even have tier 2 to be able to build an AT gun, so that T-34 is essentially going to be roaming free, and we see 3 MG42s now on the field for VonIvan. That is quite heavy on the MG42s, especially since there's still another MG42 out there for the Soviets. So yeah, a lot of MG42s. T-34 down south, engaging the Grens. The Grens are going to run straight at it and throw a Faust. It is rather close to base, so it won't really suffer much. However, I do remember some players saying that even though you're not going to be able to do much, a Faust on the T-34 and also the 18-8 is nice because the damage goes through, giving veterancy to your squads, even if you're not going to be able to finish off. Obviously, munitions are prohibitive towards that a little bit, but I mean, I guess it's fine. Up at base, VonIvan finally starts building his tier 3, or well, actually builds his tier 3. Getting Panzer IV now to be able to combat that T-34. Very nice. Grenadier squad at a 1-man retreating. Can he make it out? Conscripts unable to kill it. Very low in health. That is one lucky Grenadier. A misplaced crit there would have easily taken it out. G43 is also getting equipped on Grenadiers. Very nice. That'll give them a nice damage boost. We see the MG42 set up right there in the truck, stopping the approaching infantry, catching the other MG42 a little bit out of position. The MG42... Oh, that is quite unfortunate for Von Ivan. The rifle nade goes off right on top of the MG42 and only does splash damage, not killing anybody. It does weaken the squad, however, but it is not allowing them to do much. MG42 is currently suppressed, which means that it's not going to have really much of an effect on the other MG42. The Grens are taking the brunt of the damage here as they are currently pinned, but the MG42 is eventually forced off as the Gren squad moves in to pop into the house and gain a very nice position on them. G43 rifles fire off as the squad retreats. And we have a flanking shock troop squad getting right on top of that MG42, potentially clearing it out, especially as they stop. But the Panzer IV now comes into the field, will force away that shock troop. The shock troop is going to run straight into the Grens. The Grens taking a lot of damage, down to 2 men, need to retreat as well. They might actually get killed, down to 1 man, veterancy 2, but Panzer IV moves into position and allows the Grens to get alive. Oh, nice crush there by the Panzer IV. One of the shock troops was looking in the wrong direction and ends up getting crushed. Panzer IV now in hot pursuit of the shock troops, so the shock troops will make it out of there. T-34 a little bit down south by the field. The Panzer IV, I think it actually saw it, and he is going straight at it. Conscripts are nearby, potentially able to throw an 18-8. However, the T-34 gets the hell out of there, crosses the river to the other side, and the conscripts are uraying to try to get right on top of the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV stops and actually allows them to get into range. 18-8 going to be going off here for HOI-PauL.A.D. Gets the crit on the engine as it hits through the rear armor, and the conscripts are now right on top of it. The T-34 is moving straight at that Panzer IV, trying to see if it can get the upper hand as it took damage. Grenadiers are nearby. The conscripts are severely damaged. T-34 taking some damage in a frontal assault. Unless you have some marked vehicle, the T-34 is usually going to lose, even with the added damage from the AT gun. As you can see, the damage bouncing off. T-34 now down to about 25% health. Panzer IV should be able to clear it out. Ooh, very low health, down to about 5%. Backs off, and the Panzer IV, still at about 25% health, is now backing off. More conscripts moving into the field. Could get some 18-8s going off on that tank, although no. HOI-PauL.A.D. is very low in munitions. I don't think he's actually going to be able to get any 18-8s off on that Panzer IV. Panzer IV backs off, continues to shoot at the infantry as they approach. MG42 stopping the infantry right in the middle. T-34 moves in, gets a nice lucky bounce there on the T-34. T-34 stays alive. Panzer IV is... Oh, nice shot there by the Panzer IV. Finishes off that T-34, and the T-34 is a goner. HOI-PauL.A.D. starts building a replacement tank just to have something on the field. But the Panzer IV reigns supreme. He's now veteran C1 and is crawling back to his side. Von Ivan, however, did take massive amounts of damage now. I mean, he is down to 2 Grenadiers only and 2 MG42s, losing another MG42 in some point in the battle. We have one right here. The other one is down south. Not sure where the other one died. Oh, well, I know where it is. HOI-PauL.A.D. has it. Not here, though. Not there either. Not there either. Wow, I can't actually see them. Okay, one is up here, and the other one is right there. So, yeah, HOI-PauL.A.D. stealing all the MGs. It is an MG42, right? Yeah, it is an MG42. I'm wondering because he has tier 2 and could have built a Maxim machine gun, but I don't see why he would. T-34 coming in, breaking all the walls. Shock troops running into some Grens. Grens forced to retreat, again, as they can't really do much against the shock troops. And the shock troops with the G43 ended up dying. Not shock troops, the Grens with the G43 ended up dying. Another Grenadier squad being built for Von Ivan, followed up by a sniper. Very interesting choices here. Not something you see too often, but not bad. I mean, it's nice to see a little bit of change here. MG42 trying to stop all the conscripts and infantry as they approach. Catches a second conscript squad out in the open, but more conscript squads are just flooding by. Second conscript squad right on top of it. T-34 also adds damage onto that, and they retreat. Now getting a little bit caught in the heavy snow. Down to 1 man on the retreat. Can he make it out? No, I don't think he's going to be able to make it out. Runs. No, there it goes. Another MG42 loss for Von Ivan. He just keeps on building them and keeps on losing them. It is quite unfortunate. At the very least, he does have a veteran C3 squad that is still alive and in his possession, but that MG42 is now going to be stolen. Or not. Maybe not. No, oh yeah, there it goes. Yeah. I don't see why. Oh, nasty rifle nade goes down there for Von Ivan, catching the MG42 as it got stolen. But down to 1 man, manages to make it out of there. G43s are going to shoot it down the retreat. It is only 2 men, however. Those are the 2 G43s, but they make it out. Conscript squads as well, retreating through the face of the Panzer IV, down to 2 men squads each, so a lot of damage there. And the T-34 sitting in the center, just defending the area. Grenadier squad up in the north, used for capture. Grenadier squad has come out, and we now have the sniper on the field. Let's keep a tab on that guy with our little keys, and we have a second Panzer IV on the field for von Ivan. So HOI-PauL.A.D. now in not such a great position as far as tanks goes. He does have an AT gun, however, so he will be able to help out his T-34, but the T-34 will be a little bit more limited. Panzer IV actually moves up, putting up a front and forcing the T-34 to back off a little bit. AT gun also backs off into the middle of the lake. Panzer IV crossing the lake like it just don't care. Gren's up in the northern fuel, managing to get the cap as they're getting suppressed by the stolen MG42 currently in that house. And the sniper up in the far north going for the cap of that strategic point. And the second Gren for HOI-PauL.A.D, or not Gren, or yeah, the second MG42 for HOI-PauL.A.D, right on top of the Gren, is doing a lot of damage. The Panzer IVs are currently focused in the center. Shock troops pushing up. Grenadier squad with G43s trying to be the ones to hold the line as the Panzer IVs just open up all over the place. AT gun moves up, and up in the north, the Grenadier squad down to 1 man, going to be lost. Von Ivan not too keen on paying attention to that squad. Sniper squad moves up, trying to clear out that MG42. MG42 down to 2 men, but I don't think the sniper will be able to finish it off. Shot goes off, misses on the retreat as the units are running, and they are fine. Oh, that's a lot of range for a sniper. Wow. So sniper opening up on the house, trying to also clear out that MG42 and open up the left-hand approach. Grens going for the cap over here, shooting the G43s that sound like snipers. And another sniper on the field. Whoa. Okay, let's go ahead and... No, actually, let's just go ahead and put him on 2. So, let's keep an eye on each sniper. Very nice. A very nice decision, I gotta say, here for von Ivan. I mean, there's a lot of conscripts on the field, a lot of troops, and a lot of stolen MGs, which is very hard to deal with, and, well, snipers can help out in whittling them down and forcing them to back off. The AT gun for HOI-PauL.A.D is apparently out of position. It goes all the way back to base to get repaired, and the Panzer IVs move up to engage the T-34. T-34 taking a little bit of damage, gets itself out of the lake, staying alive. And the MG42 takes quite a beating, down to 1 man, forced to retreat as well. Shock troops pushing forward, AT gun moving up and setting itself up in a nice position. And we see a conscript squad behind the lines going for the cutoff of that strategic point and running into some Grens. MG42 still on the field for von Ivan, being turned around. Snipers over on the left flank. They actually cleared an MG. Yeah, it looks like they cleared an MG42. It looks like the guys in the house got annihilated. Yeah. Conscripts moving up to the northern fuel point, getting shot at by snipers. Snipers running down the road, trying to stay alive. We see a shock troop moving in as well. Sniper making itself known and running down the road. Not in cover, unfortunately, so it's not cloaked. The conscript's unable to catch up to it. The sniper now breaking line of sight and cloaking allows allows it to get out of sight. 2 snipers now up in the north, and is he actually going to shoot at the... Oh yeah, there it goes. Shots go off of the conscript squad down to 1 man. Forces the retreat. Shock troops falling right on top of the snipers. Can they actually get the kill? Snipers instantly retreat. We see an IL-2 run coming right on top of the snipers. Can the IL-2 get them? Oh, down goes one. Oh, that is very painful. Both snipers get executed by a strafing run right there, and von Ivan cannot be happy about that. That was painful. They exploded there. Look at that. Playing just circles around the area, but it's fine. Panzer IV's in the center, duking it out against the AT gun and the T-34s. Panzer IV taking quite a bit of damage. The second Panzer IV is a little bit further back, taking some damage and very low in health. Now T-34 moves in to engage the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV backs off. AT gun moves up to get into range. Panzer IV actually missing all the shots against this T-34. T-34 still at full strength. Only forces it to get itself out of the way. MG42 there, not a real threat to the to the Panzer IV. Conscripts Ura forward, trying to get on top of the Panzer IV. Panzer IV gaining veterancy 2 and armored skirts. allowing it to take a little bit more damage. What is that? Oh, incendiary rounds. That was very weird looking. I didn't know that little sound. AT gun getting flanked by the Panzer IV, the MG42 opening up on the crew as well. T-34 is now moving right on top of the Panzer IV. Panzer IV could get rushed right now. T-34 getting focused down by the Panzer IV, the AT gun not coming into the mix. Main gun destroyed on the T-34. Smoke getting popped on the Panzer IV, and the Panzer IV makes it out. The AT gun gets cleared out, and the shot groups go right on top. Destroyed engine on the T-34. And the second T-34 moves up, out of control here as the AT gun gets recrewed by Von Ivan and takes down the T-34. Second T-34 moving in to try to hunt down that damaged Panzer IV. The other Panzer IV is up in the north, still with veterancy 2. The Panzer IV up in the front is very low in health with no veterancy, and the T-34 loses sight of it and will make it out. T-34 still out of control, moving very slowly out of the way. And yeah, the Panzer IVs up north of Von Ivan are still alive. We have yet another sniper on the field for Von Ivan. We'll keep an eye on that guy, see if he has a little bit of a better time than his former sniper buddies. And the T-34 runs down the road trying to get right on top of that AT gun and clear it out. The AT gun is slowly just moving back into the side of the field for Von Ivan, so that if he does lose it, it's close to his base and he can recover it. Looks like HOI-PauL.A.D notices that he is... No, actually he does URA forward with his conscripts trying to get in range to get back that AT gun. Sniper moves up. Will he be able to clear out the AT gun? Takes a shot. Down to one man. I mean, down one man. And then up to two. And shot goes off. Boom. There it goes. AT gun once again decrewed. And the T-34 is backing off. Conscripts out in the open, getting stopped by the MG42. We have those Panzer IVs up in the north. We have a retreating men through that. But the Panzer IVs getting repaired up in the north. Conscripts forced away as the MG42 and the sniper open up on them. And the AT gun is currently covered. Ooh, incendiary rounds getting used by Von Ivan, forcing HOI-PauL.A.D to back off, and he decides that he does not want Von Ivan to have that AT gun, and he cannot recover it easily considering the sniper and the MG42. So he opens up a couple shots on it, but does not manage to clear it out, and decides to abandon that approach. Down south, G43s engaging against shock troops. 18-8, or not 18-8, stun nade going off on the Grens. Rifle nade going off as well. They managed to dodge that even though they were stunned. A lot of munitions invested on that and didn't work out. And the Grens are getting annihilated. There they go, down to two men. Can they make it out? Shock troops are veterancy 2. They'll probably take one more guy down. Look at that damage on the retreat, jeez. T-34 might try to move in to take out the Gren squad. We have a Panzer IV and T-34 duking it out in the center. This is a veterancy 2 Panzer IV, so that T-34 is in a lot of trouble. Gren still retreating, gonna run through an AT gun. AT gun does get recruited, but it gets decrewed by the sniper very quickly. T-34 gets its engine destroyed, meaning it can't really move. And not exactly sure what that was, or well, what that targeted. It looks like it targeted the MG42. Panzer IV getting quite damaged, actually losing some of its armored skirts, it looks like. And the T-34 takes it out. Down goes the Panzer IV. The T-34 on the left-hand side did die, however. So a little bit of an equalizer there for Von Ivan. Strafing run right on top of the MG42. MG42 going to try to pack up and move, but the T-34 is right on top of it. Down to one man on the retreat. Incendiary shots being used by the enemy MG42. And down goes the MG42 for Von Ivan, losing his veterancy and losing the last MG42 left on the field. Sniper moves up, takes some shots at the stolen MG42, trying to decrew it as quickly as it can. And the second Panzer IV moves down on top of the T-34. The T-34 exposing its rear armor. It's in a very, very losing fight here. Shots go off. IL-2 getting some damage off on that. Conscripts moving into the way, trying to stop the Panzer IV from getting the kill. But down goes the T-34, and the 18-8 bounces off the frontal armor, allowing the Panzer IV to continue to reign and even trying to get some crushes on that conscript squad. Conscripts moving up, trying to get that sniper. Sniper still a big threat. Takes some shots, gets a stun shot off on the conscript. The conscripts continue to run towards it. Retreat! Retreat! And he does retreat. There it goes. Panzer IV Looks at the conscripts. Going to continue to shoot at them. Conscripts will not be used here to get that AT gun as they are but down to 3 men. 18-8 going off. Does hit in the rear armor and gets a crit. And the Panzer IV is trying as much as it can to damage these guys, but I'm pretty sure they'll make it out. T-43s flying away as they shoot at the conscripts. Another T-34 on the field. Panzer IV is down to half health. The T-34 has a big edge on this fight, and it actually goes for the flank to get on the rear armor. Nice move here by Paul.A.D. We'll be able to get some very nice crits on the armor, down to a sliver of health. That Panzer IV is done for, and the T-34 will not take too much damage. Down goes the Panzer IV, and the T-34 is left at about 70-80% strength, probably. And yeah, Grenadiers do make it out of there, as shock troops and conscripts are falling right on top of them. And on the left-hand side, we have some POIs, we have some more POIs, and we have more POIs just capturing territory. POIs running into the T-34. The T-34 is just manhandling them. Sniper back on the field. We do have a med bunker on the field for VonIvan, so his troops come up at full strength. And the POI squad is on the retreat. Another, oh, Tiger Ray is getting called into the field for VonIvan. This is very nice, very amazing. Oh, that T-34 is very lucky. Tiger Ray is taking some shots, destroying the ice, almost sinking that T-34. The T-34 is trying to run away. Tiger Ray is a very fast vehicle and also has Blitzkrieg enabled. Just trying to chase down that T-34. T-34 is hauling ass all the way out of there, down to the far south. And it looks like the Tiger Rays will not be able to catch up to it. Blitzkrieg is about to run out, and yeah, so Paul.A.D. does have a very tough fight in his hands right now, as he does have to deal with the Tiger Rays and only has T-34s. Did recover the AT gun, however, down to 2 men, but barely makes it out of there. Sniper is on the field, still alive. 18 kills to its name now, so very nice there. And the Tiger moves forward, runs into the stolen MG42, opens up on it very quickly, getting some damage on it and only really 1 kill. Coaxial gun is supposed to be a lot better, but it isn't, you know, insta-kill, so don't expect miracles. And the POIs up in the north, running into some shock troops. They're gonna die if they don't retreat right now. Retreat right now. There they go. Okay, they'll make it out. Right? They are gonna run through a conscript squad, so it's not pretty. Tiger does move into the zone, though, to defend it. Conscript Ura forward, trying to get an 18-8 off on the Tiger. 18-8 does go off on the Tiger and gets a crit on the engine. That is quite unfortunate for VonIvan. The T-34 is moving down and might actually be able to get a ram off on the rear armor. Is VonIvan actually ready for this? The T-34, does it go? Does not look like it actually goes. He's going to play a ring around the Tiger for now. Trying to get some damage on it, apparently. Grenadiers moving on to the left-hand side to engage. Far right-hand side, Grens and conscripts engaging it. G43 is helping out the Grens quite significantly. And the Sniper is back at base as it was forced to retreat once again. T-34 finally getting caught by the Tiger. The Tiger takes a shot and damages it. Second shot goes in, down to about half health. And the Tiger is slowly crawling its way to another position, but it's well, quite damaged right now. Back at base, T-34 getting repairs, so almost back to full strength, but not quite. Up in the far north, T-34 is just going for harassing, going to take down the munitions cache for VonIvan. It is a nice idea for him to use the munitions cache, as his fuel income is severely hampered, so he's going to be using munitions to try to stay alive in that situation. And the Tiger just sits here at this point, defending the Grens as they camp. Veteran C3 Grens, quite strong. Veteran C2 shock troops falling on top of them, but the Tiger is nearby. Takes a shot. Misses completely. They are getting annihilated, though, by the HOI gun. And the Tiger decides to focus now on the T-34. T-34 on the back, coming in for a ram. No. Looks like a target weak point goes off on that T-34, getting a stun. Shots go off, and the Tiger is doing quite a bit of damage, but they're still there. Down goes the T-34. Nice pickup there for the Tiger. The Tiger is now going to get forced to turn its turret. The T-34 playing on that. Almost takes a shot at the POIs. The POIs do take a little bit of damage, but they manage to stop repairing before the shot connected. Tiger trying desperately to turn its turret in time to get on top of that T-34. Finally catches up with it, and the T-34 is not in the best shape. Down it goes to one last shot from the Tiger. And another T-34 gets produced for Paul.A.D, but the Tiger is now in an excellent position to dominate. Pios are nearby to repair. Combat Engineers forced to retreat, and we have the Combat Engineer, another Pio squad here in the front for VonIvan as the Sniper moves up, capturing territory. Do we have an MG? Yeah, we do have an MG42, and Paul.A.D says, dude, that is sick. I know, right? Yeah, very nice game here. Gren's moving down to the south. Sniper taking a stun shot at the stolen MG42. Shots continue to fly. MG42 in the church, taking some shots as incendiary rounds fly off. But the MG42 might actually get cleared out if it doesn't get pinned down. Sniper continues to open up. Retreat is hit on the MG42. Shot flies, but it misses. And the conscripts are moving in for a little bit of a flank here. Potentially, but nope. Tiger now back to full strength, losing its damaged engine. Conscripts throw 18-8s at it and manage to get once again another crit on that Tiger. Tiger getting a damaged engine. A nice shot goes off there by the Sniper, getting a stun crit on those conscripts. The conscripts trying to get on top of the Sniper. Sniper getting shot at on the retreat. Can he make it out? No, I don't think he will. Oh, yes, he will. Wow, very lucky Sniper there. The MG42 did get cleared out in the house, however, which is quite unfortunate for VonIvan. Once again, no more MG42s for him, and Paul.A.D only has one MG42 left. Pios up in the north, down to 2 men. Trying to get some repairs off on that Tiger. The Pios are being used to cap up in the northern victory point. Victory points, 321 for VonIvan and 255 for Paul.A.D. Still, VonIvan does have the lead there, but it is not too big that it is, a definite win or anything. Repairs going off on the Tiger. Tiger about to get its engine back to full strength. And the Grens and conscripts up in the strategic point, duking it out. Nice Molotov landing there for Paul.A.D. VonIvan having to move out of the way. Rifle Nate getting tossed back in return. Conscripts down to 3 men. 3 on 3. Grens win. Down to 2 men on the retreat. Those G43s doing a lot of damage. And the conscripts will make it out. Oh, barely at 1 man. That is actually very lucky. Sniper still on the field, coming back out. Very nice. Tiger back to full strength. Pios could do with some reinforcing. Up in the far north, the Pios squad is going for the munitions. MG42 being used for Paul.A.D to cap. Down south, Chalk troops going for the fuel. We have a Grenadier squad also going around, chasing them down a little bit. And the Sniper, it looks like, is going to go into the center. Can get itself into cloak there in this medium cover. Just move it up a little bit more, and it'll capture the point while cloaked. Tiger once again getting 18-8'd by those conscripts. Those conscripts just getting incredible shots there with their 18-8s, getting those crits on the engine. The coaxial gun doing a lot of damage to that conscript squad. Down it goes. A little bit of a misstep there by Paul.A.D, losing a squad there unnecessarily. And the shock troops on the right-hand side go for the cap as the Grens recapture that that fuel. Paul.A.D now down to very low amount. Well, not very, but he has suffered some losses now. G43s fly off. The Sniper is being moved over to the right-hand side to help out against the shock troops, it looks like. Grens managing to force them away. Center point. Oh, Grenadier squad getting annihilated here by the conscripts. Conscripts now going to get shot at by the Sniper. Down goes that man. Nope, that man. Okay. Takes an incendiary shot, but it just hits this guy, meaning it doesn't actually stun anybody around him. Shots continue to fly. The conscripts are nearby. The T-34 runs into a Panzer IV as VonIvan was able to get that. He had enough fuel and was able to build another Panzer IV to support his Tiger Ace. Panzer IV chasing down the T-34. T-34 goes down. The Tiger Ace is still with a damaged engine, shooting at the AT gun as it tried to take it out. Down goes the AT gun, and the Pios move up to repair. Far north, MG42 being used to cap and just defend the point. We'll see the Panzer IV move down there or up there, I should say, and move him out of the way. Conscripts going for the cutoff, and still back and forth here. AT gun getting produced for Paul.A.D. Tiger Ace, however, is going to be very difficult for him to deal with. He would have needed to have an overwhelming number of either AT guns or T-34s, but all the T-34s have gotten annihilated. Grenadiers, brand new squad coming back on the field. Shock Troops, Veteran C3, or not Shock Troops, Conscripts, Veteran C3. Pretty much as good as Shock Troops here. They're going to rinse this Grenadier Squad very quickly. Grenadier Squad needs to get out of there now. Now. Down south, Grenadier Squad with G43s going for the point down south as a Conscript Squad is going to run. I mean, Shock Troop Squad. Wow, I'm just mixing them up all over the place. Shock Troop Squad going down south and going for the G43s. G43s forced to retreat. They'll make it out. They're going to take a lot of damage as they make... Oh, maybe they won't. Down to 2 men. They actually stop. No, don't stop. Keep running. Run. Run for your lives. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. Yeah, they'll be fine. Maybe with that last guy will die at the end, but no, yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Jeez. Another T-34 getting produced. Another AT gun on the field for Paul.A.D. Let's see if he can push back out. 321 to 189 in the favor of VonIvan. So VonIvan has managed to spread that lead quite significantly now, so he is now actually in a very comfortable spot. Conscript's getting engaged by the Tiger Ace itself. Another 18-8 goes off and gets yet another crit on that engine. That Tiger Ace is not having a good day. Executes the entire squad on the retreat, just, you know, as a measure to respond to their insolence and their audacity as they continuously crit his engine. And on the far right, the shock troops are being used to cap. They're going to go for that victory point. And the sniper is being used to cap in the center. Operating in the far north, Panzer IV defending the victory point as Pios just captured the point. T-34 now back on the field for Paul.A.D. But with the Panzer IV and the Tiger Ace, it's a very difficult situation. AT gun duking it out against the Tiger Ace. The Tiger Ace shoots at the AT gun, doing some splash damage there in the water. A lot of damage. That AT gun is going to be going down. Damage is going on the Tiger Ace. We see the shock troop squad coming in behind the Tiger Ace. The Tiger Ace taking some damage from the AT gun. The T-34 in the center, going to get shot at by the Tiger Ace. Tiger Ace getting a nice shot there on the side armor. The sniper is forced to retreat, still alive, however. Grants in the center, go for the Faust on the T-34. T-34 getting damaged with its engine, and the shock troops are now getting targeted by the Tiger Ace. AT gun does end up going down for Paul.A.D, so he essentially has nothing left here to deal with that Tiger Ace. Another Panzer IV getting produced for VonIvan, and Paul.A.D says, I guess it's a GG. VonIvan says GG. So yeah, the Tiger Ace did prove to be the turning point here. Bad day for me, says Paul.A.D. And yeah, I mean, Paul.A.D didn't have enough on the field to be able to deal with it. T-34 trying to crawl away from the Tiger Ace. The Tiger Ace takes a shot at it, but the game is over before anything gets resolved, and it stays alive. So very nice here. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.